Joining me now from our bureau in Washington, D.C., Breitbart reporter Matt Boyle. Matt, I look at several things that Jerry Brown is leaving behind, unfortunately, for the good people of California. There are still some good people in California. The sanctuary state status, it is destroying that state internally. Businesses, because of sanctuary and taxation, are fleeing the state, many of them going to places like Texas. Fiscally, it's upside down. They say they have a balanced budget in California, but it's all a lie. There's a huge amount, billions and billions of dollars of unfunded liability, and of course, higher taxes and less liberty for the people of California. That's all really the legacy of Jerry Brown.
Yeah, look, they call him Moonbeam for a reason, right? Like, I mean, the guy, none of what he does really makes any sense. But the fact of the matter is that even if they can point to a surplus on paper, and they technically can, the way they got there is that they had to hike taxes significantly. And by the way, we've seen record spending under Jerry Brown's administration. And the point that California used to be a red state, I mean, so what we've seen is, by the way, it wasn't that long ago, Republicans would win California in presidential races, right? Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan both came from there. The fact of the matter is that what we've seen Moonbeam do to the state of California is the damage will be lasting for generations to come. Hopefully, some of the good folks there are able to fight back. There are a lot of good people, a lot of good conservatives in California, so hopefully they're going to be able to make a difference. But right now, the Democrats have so much control in the state government there that it's very tough.
It's a stranglehold. It's a political stranglehold that is happening in Sacramento right now on the state of California. And you're right. It was as recently as 1988. George H.W. Bush, unthankfully to Ronald Reagan, carried California. That could never happen in today's presidential elections. And speaking of the president, if you're keeping score at home, 45 is the unofficial number of potential Democrat candidates for president in 2020. By the way, Moonbeam, I think, is one of them officially. But the number, 4 on the list, Bernie Sanders there, by the way, isn't even a Democrat. But of course, we know he would run as one. And Joe Biden, also on that upper tier list, what? Matt, he's going to be 743 years old by 2020?
He's definitely up there. He would be the oldest president ever if he did win in 2020. And so would Bernie Sanders, by the way. Either one of them would be the oldest president ever. In the case, the Democrats, they got what, 45 people running or something, or considering running, or all sorts of different characters. The fact of the matter is they're going to duke it out. They're going to crush each other walking into 2020. They're going to have a very similar race that we had on the Republican side in 2016, where they're again, they may end up with the hardest core leftist candidate, or they may end up with a really solid candidate. I think we have to watch this very closely. Some of these different characters are destined to lose against Trump in 2020 if they do get the nomination. Some of them are tough candidates. So I do think that Biden would be a formidable candidate. I think Beto would be Beto O'Rourke, who ran for Senate in Texas, gave Ted Cruz a really close race, would be also a formidable candidate. I think the White House, the president and his campaign need to be on guard. They need to be on top of their game going into 2020, because if they aren't, then the Democrats could swoop right in and take it. It's going to be close. It's going to be a hard-fought race in 2020.
By the way, Beto and Kamala, that's the order. That's the Vegas line right now, that Beto would be the first choice. That's the money is on him right now. Obviously, he's bouncing off what happened in Texas. And then Kamala Harris, I don't know exactly why she's in the number 2 spot, but that's the betting line there. And one name that's missing from that list is Hillary. You can never discount a Clinton. She'll be there. I think in the end she'll be there. Matt, thanks.
And Pocahontas, too.
And Pocahontas, yeah. But she's on the list. And who knows, maybe she will come up with another reason to not elect her as president of the United States.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.